Drew McIntyre and Erick Rowan crossed paths during a time when both men were trying to prove their strength in different ways. Rowan using fear and mystery with his strange spider cage, while McIntyre relied on pure power, intensity, and dominance. And when these two collided, it became clear very fast that Drew McIntyre was not afraid of monsters, not afraid of mind games, and not afraid of anything Rowan tried to bring with him. Because Drew McIntyre is the kind of man who believes that fear is something you destroy with your fists, and when Rowan came out with his spider cage, trying to scare everyone, trying to look dangerous, Drew didn't step back, didn't look confused. He just stared at him like he was looking at another problem that needed to be solved with violence. Rowan wanted people to be afraid of his spider, to talk about it, to whisper about it, and Drew McIntyre refused to play that game, because Drew does not care about tricks, he cares about winning, and when they finally got in the ring, it was clear from the first punch that Drew McIntyre was going to make this a physical nightmare for Rowan, hitting him with hard strikes, powerful chops, and heavy blows that made Rowan feel every bit of Drew's strength, and Rowan tried to fight back, using his size and power, but Drew matched him step for step, proving that he was not just strong, he was stronger. Rowan tried to use his intimidation, his stare, his strange energy, but Drew McIntyre doesn't break under pressure. He gets sharper, more dangerous, and every time Rowan tried to slow him down, Drew would explode with another hard strike or slam, driving Rowan back and showing him that fear doesn't work on someone who enjoys a fight. And when Drew started lifting Rowan and throwing him around the ring, it became obvious that this was turning into a beating, not a battle. Because Rowan was starting to look slow, tired, and frustrated, while Drew still looked fresh, focused, and hungry. Then came the moment everyone remembers, the moment when Drew McIntyre destroyed the idea of the spider, because Rowan's spider was supposed to be scary, supposed to be something that made people nervous, but Drew walked right up to it, ripped it apart, and crushed it, showing that he was not afraid of anything Rowan tried to hide behind. And when he smashed that spider, it wasn't just about the cage, it was about sending a message to Rowan that your tricks mean nothing to me, your fear means nothing to me. And you mean nothing to me if you can't fight like a man. That moment changed everything, because Rowan looked shocked, angry, and confused, and Drew McIntyre used that moment to attack him even harder, hitting him with brutal moves, throwing him around, and breaking him down piece by piece, and Rowan tried to fight back, swinging wild, trying to regain control, but Drew stayed calm, countering, striking, and overpowering him at every turn, and by the time Drew hit his big finishing moves, it felt like Rowan had nothing left. Like his body had given up before his mind wanted to. Drew McIntyre didn't just beat Rowan once, he beat him clean multiple times, and every time they met, the story was the same. Rowan tried to look dangerous, tried to use his size and mystery, and Drew shut it all down with power, speed, and aggression, because Drew McIntyre is not the kind of man you scare. He is the kind of man who scares others, and after every match, Rowan looked more broken, more frustrated, and less dangerous than before, while Drew looked stronger, more confident, and more respected. Fans started to see that Erick Rowan's monster image was cracking, because Drew McIntyre had shown that if you stand up to him, if you don't play his game, and if you hit him harder than he hits you, Rowan can be beaten, and Drew proved that again and again, beating him clean, without cheating, without excuses, just strength against strength, and Drew always came out on top, standing tall while Rowan lay on the mat, defeated and exposed. What made Drew's victories even more powerful was the way he carried himself, because he didn't brag too much, he didn't hide, he just walked in, fought hard, won, and walked out like it was just another day at work. And that attitude made people respect him, because it showed that Drew McIntyre is not about tricks, not about fear, not about mystery, he is about results, and his results against Erick Rowan spoke louder than any words ever could. By destroying the spider, by beating Rowan clean multiple times, and by never showing fear, Drew McIntyre proved something important, that monsters only exist if you let them, and if you are strong enough, brave enough, and violent enough, you can turn any monster into just another man lying on the mat. And that is exactly what Drew did to Erick Rowan, over and over again, making it clear to everyone watching that Drew McIntyre is not scared of darkness, not scared of mystery, and not scared of any man who steps into the ring with him, because in Drew's world, strength decides everything, and Erick Rowan learned that lesson the hard way.